Hi, boys and girls. I'm glad to see you guys working on your Nearpod lessons and in Google Classrooms. Here is your next lesson for today. Yesterday, you read about buddy benches and how that helps students who might be playing by themselves on the playground. Today, you're going to be listening to me read this story. It's called My Dream Playground, about a little girl who imagines what her dream playground would be like. I know right now, with all of the things going on, that the playground equipment is closed down. So I know my daughter and my son are kind of bummed out about that. I'm sure some of you might be a little upset about that as well. But this is a chance for us to be able to maybe come up with one of our own, thinking outside the box what kind of things like a playground equipment you might want to put inside your dream playground. Inside this book, and to make sure that y'all are reading and listening, I have placed letters to a mystery word that at the end you'll have to unscramble those letters to find the mystery word, and that will be one of the questions you have to answer in your Nearpod lesson. So be on the lookout for those letters as we read through the story. Also, hopefully you guys were able to look at the vocabulary at the beginning of the lesson, because there are these vocabulary words in here, and some slides later on will ask you what some of those words mean. So see how many you can find in here and use the context clues to figure out their meaning. All right? Let's go ahead and begin. And if you notice, this is what the letters are going to look like. So our first letter is the letter M. So you can write the letters down in case you might forget. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I dream about having a playground, a real playground, a fun playground in our neighborhood. But all we have is an empty lot down the street from my apartment. I know that someday my dream is going to come true. Every day on my way home from school, I walk past the empty lot, and then I run up the steps and into our apartment. I grab my pencils, crayons, and sketch pad, and then I head back down to the stoop and start to draw. What I draw is my dream playground. So one of your vocabulary words was stoop. Here, we don't necessarily have these as often, or as, much in the bigger cities. But a stoop is what the students or these kids are sitting on. They're like steps. Here we would normally say like our front porch, but this is a stoop. So I want you to make sure that you recognize that vocabulary word. I draw slides and swings and monkey bars and trampolines. Definitely lots of playground equipment. Here is your second letter, A. I draw my friends and my brother sliding down the twisty slide, jumping on the trampoline and flying as high as the buildings. I show my drawings to my mom and she hangs them on our fridge. Never stop dreaming, she says. Then, after dinner, my brothers and I add to my drawings. We use purple for the slide, yellow for the swings, and red for the trampoline. Right now, our drawings are just dreams, but I know that someday they will come true. Then one day, everything changes. My brothers and I are sitting on our stoop when a man comes by and stops to look at the empty lot across the street. It's him, I say. Who? My brothers ask. The man who's going to build our playground. He takes out a tape measure and starts measuring and making notes on a clipboard. I run up the steps, 2 at a time, and into our apartment. I grab my drawings from the fridge and rush back down the stairs. Excuse me, sir, I say to the man. You're here to build a playground, aren't you? He looks surprised at first, and then he smiles. Yes, I am, he tells me. How did you know? I just knew, I say. I just knew you would come. Well, you're right. My name is Daryl, and some hard-working volunteers are going to turn this vacant lot into a playground. Can I show you some of my designs? I asked nervously. Designs? For the playground. I always dreamed a playground would get built here. I show him my drawings, and he looks them over carefully. Then he says, You are a talented architect. This is an impressive playground design. How would you like to be a project manager? We could use your help. Really? I say. I can be a hard-working volunteer too. Then Daryl and I shake hands. The next day, I run home as soon as school is out. Daryl is already at the lot, and he hands me my very own clipboard. Here you go, project manager, he says. Daryl asks my opinion on everything. How many slides do we need? He asks. 2, I say. Monkey bars or swings? Both. Then I make more designs on my clipboard and show them to Daryl. Once we've decided on everything, Daryl asks me to make one more drawing, the final design for our new playground. Except this one is going to be real and not a dream. After days and weeks and months of being a project manager and planning for my dream playground, the time to build is finally here. Hundreds of people come to help, including just about everybody I know, plus lots and lots of people I don't know. Mr. Sid from the market brings the sandwiches. Miss Gonzalez from the hardware store brings the tent. Gregory from upstairs is playing music. It's a big party and everyone is working. We cut wood, dig holes, hammer and paint. When it starts raining, we keep working, regardless of the mud, and that's even more fun. It takes a whole week to build everything, but at last we're done. A huge crowd gathers to cheer for us. There's even a TV camera, and a reporter interviews me for the news. My name is in the newspaper, and so is a picture of our playground. So based on what we've heard so far, does it sound like he listened? I see the 2 slides here. And remember, they wanted monkey bars and something else. So does it seem like they took her ideas into consideration? What do you think? But the best part of all is playing on the playground that I helped build. My dream playground came true, just like I knew it would. And here is your final letter. So now you can unscramble those, figure out what that word is, and the next slide will ask you what that mystery word is.